Transfer of meaning. What does this mean? What this means is when a word loses its meaning into society. Not loses its meaning, meaning the word never is lost. When the general public, all right, is introduced, given a distorted meaning, and the general public is given the distorted meaning. So this, the original meaning of the word slave has been lost in the general public, the general discussion of the society. All right? That's called transfer of meaning. When its meaning is lost entirely. Because this is a people. That's a pedigree. How did it acquire the meaning that it has today? Let me rephrase that. How has it acquired the deceptive and distorted meaning? The Russians enslaved the Slavs. So the act of conquering, all right, came the meaning. The deceptive, distorted meaning. The act of the Slavs put in captivity by the Russians. That act became the meaning. That's not the meaning. The meaning is Slavic. One of Slavic descent. That's what a slave is. Let me give you some list of slave names. This is also distorted. You have Germanic family names and slave names. I have never met any branded Moor who uses the political appellations on political tags, Negro, color, black. I've never met anyone, a branded Moor with a slave name, using transacting business. I don't know any Brandon Moore who's transacting business in a slave name. Please let me know. So, do you know any Brandon Moores who transacting business in a slave name? Oh, I know Brandon Moores who transact business in Germanic family names, but not slave names. Now, what's a slave name? Give me examples of slave names, Brother Bay. These are examples of slave names. This is a slave name. It's a slave name. Man, how people on transacting business? Man, I don't remember. Man, jeez, this is wow. I mean, they got Smith, Jones, and Johnson, but wow. Jeez, write these down, please. These are examples of slave names because when you're teaching, you want to have examples. All right? You want to have examples. You want to show them what a slave name is. And I'm showing you. I came prepared. All right? All right, do you see? Are you getting an idea now? I'm writing that twice. I'll have a eraser next time. My eraser, I don't know what happened to it. All right, these are examples of slave names. Brother Bay, man, you're dealing with semantics. No, I'm dealing with truth. I'm not, see, those statements like that, you know, someone says, oh, you're just dealing with semantics. See, slave, you explain to someone that slave means Slavic. Oh, you're dealing with semantics. No, you're dealing with truth. Oh, you know, you're being technical. No, I'm being truthful. I'm not being technical, I'm being truthful. I'm being correct, not technical, being correct and truthful. Yes.
How do you explain every nation has suffered slavery? How do you explain that?
All right.
With slavery having the suffix Slav or slave.
Right. Now, I said before, I'm gonna respond this way. I would not be a good presenter if you can't answer that question. I'm going to present, see, I went to Angela and I, my woman, Angela and I went to a wine and cheese last night, and the one who was presenting, he's talking about different cheese and how they're manufactured and grown and all that. And he said what he learned in law school, is that it's not as important to get the answer, but how you get the answer. I mean, that teaching you methods of getting the answer. Whether the answer is right or wrong, but to teach you how to think. My job here today is to teach you how to think. So I'm not going to answer that question. I'm going to teach you how to think so that you can answer that question for yourself. Because if I can't do that, I'm not doing my job. I'm wasting my time here today. You may as well turn that DVD thing, the tape off, and I may as well leave right now. If I can't teach you how to think, because you want to be able to not only use that word, but any word that you see, 400,000 words. You want to be able to break down 400,000 words and be able to use the methods, the skills that I'm teaching you. Just take the principles that I'm teaching you and apply it to any word. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm teaching you what slave means. I'm showing you how to use the dictionary properly, all right? And I know that we use that term, slavery. I know that our people, and we know where the people are. We understand where the people are. We understand that when they read books, they see terms slavery. I understand that, all right? But what I'm teaching you is how to get to the original meaning of the word. That's where I'm coming from.
So you have to come with,
All right.
And going back to the three socializing
Classification in which your words acquire new meaning.
right, acquired a new
And they
meaning.
are, what are they?
expansion,
Help them out. Help.
expansion, or
Restriction.
extension,
Expansion and extinction. Expansion
or extension.
or extension.
Restriction.
Restriction, number 2.
Transfer.
And transfer meaning. Wow, this is good.
All right, I have a question. I don't
Yes.
know, I might throw me into the same position of brother. I need to learn again. So the question is, what came first, slave or Slavic? Because did Slavic come first and then placed into slavery, then called slave?
All right.
Or was it slave?
Someone give her a
because it was
dictionary,
placed
please.
into-
Give her a dictionary. My job here is to get you to think. Give her the dictionary. Allow her to answer the question for herself. The dictionary will tell you what came first. Look in the dictionary, look up slave, look in the brackets. That's the answer to your question. I just showed you how to answer your question. I didn't give you the answer. I'll show you how to answer your question.
Originally it says Slavic.
Originally means what? What does originally mean? Stop there. Stop.
Yeah,
Don't-
I know, I'm saying, originally it
I want you to
has
stop.
SCL.
I want you to stop. I don't want you to stop there. Analyze. Let's talk about what the word original means. What does original mean?
Origin.
The origins of something.
So what came first?
SCLAVE, slave.
All right.
Adjective.
SCLAVE.
AVE. Latin wise, it was sclavus, CLAVUS. That's medieval
Yes.
Latin,
Uh-huh.
CLAVUS.
All right.
And late Greek, I don't even know what that says, but later forms into slave.
All
Slave.
right.
So the question again still remains, slave or slave is the original word, and then we named a group of people Slavics.
No, good. All right. Let me.
I'm associating
Can I read
Slavic
the
with slave.
definition?
Yes. Yes. Please do. All right. Please do. I want you to read the etymology and also the entry-level meaning.
Okay.
All right.
Slave. This is the American Heritage Dictionary
Let's work with this.
of the English language, 1969.
Yes.
Slave. Entry-level definition, number 1. One bound in servitude to a person or household as an instrument of labor. The etymology in the brackets is Middle English Slav, from Old French Islav, slave, from medieval Latin, Slavus, from Slavs, Slav. Parentheses, the Slavs were reduced to slavery by conquest.
Vice Provide, that's the answer to your question.
The Slavs were reduced to slavery.
Yes.
Like, so the Slavs came first as a group of people. That's
Yes.
what I want to get.
That's the etymology of the word gives you the origin. Etymology means real, true history. Origin.
So
All
those
right.
slave names that you just read before are also going to say the same thing.
These are slave names.
Right.
These are some slave names.
All right.
Pedigree.
It's a pedigree.
All right.
See, we're, and I understand, we're locked in. We're locked in to the distorted, colorful meaning.
Transfer meanings.
All right? We're locked into that. And I understand that. That's why I'm here. No problem. I'll help you with that. That's why I'm here. So I'm giving you skills
Yeah.
so that you can get to the essence of the word. You always start from the essence. That's your foundation. Then you say, well, slaves, a group of people who's conquered. Well, that's not the meaning of the word, because the brackets tell me this. That's a pedigree of people.
Exactly.
So this first entry level meaning contradicts, because you Moors have been conquered. Does that make them slaves?
No.
See,
No one.
because we're locked into, and it's going to take some time, but you need some instructions, and that's why I'm here. All right. You have a question? You had a question? Yes.
I would like, is it okay to read the definition of SLAV?
Yes.
Slav.
Yes, please.
And this is Webster 1861.
Yes.
This is in the bracket. This is only what's in the bracket. It says a word originally meaning intelligible and used to contrast the people so called with foreigners who spoke languages unintelligible to the Slavs, akin to Slav. This is still in the bracket.
Slavs.
Of a race of people occupying a large part of Eastern and Northern Europe, including the Russians, Bulgarians, Romanians, Croats, Slavs, Poles,
So how specific that is?
Czechs, Wends, Sorbs. This is also in the brackets, written also S-L-A-V-E and S-C-L-A-V.
Yeah, yes. Different variations.
And
Depending on the language.
Moravians are included in that. Moravians and Wends or Slovenes are included.
Slovenes, Slovenes, different variation. Slovene, different variation of the same word. Slovene.
Slovenes, I
Yes.
guess. And they have
Serb.
Moravian.
The word serve. This different. I want to show you.
Serbo-Croats,
Serve, like service.
Yeah.
Serve me. All right. Serve. All right. Serve and serve. Surf. Surfboard. Surfboard.
That's how we get service.
Surfboard. Slav. Serb, and surf.
Service.
All have the same meaning. I want you to think now. I want you to think. How has the meaning of serve or service acquired that meaning that you use today? Do you see?
Introduction. That was introduced into.
Do you see how it was introduced? You see the entry level meaning for a slave? The first entry level meaning? Doesn't that relate to serve? Service?
Yeah.
What do those who are conquered do?
Serve.
Whom? Whom do they serve?
On
Those who conquered.